Good morning, Chef Cheyne here, and I want to talk about leavening agents, ripening agents, and how it works with cobbler. Today we'll be making a peach cobbler. We've got our peaches here. I bought these 3 days ago, and they were unripe. So in the last few days, I've had them in a bag to trap the gas that makes them ripen. That gas is ethylene. So we put these in a bag for 3 days, and the ethylene that came off naturally from the fruit helped ripen them. This is the same gas that attracts fruit flies if ripening gets too far. So that's how we ripen our fruit. Now for a cobbler, how do we leaven the cobbler? Leavening means making it go up, rise, and be fluffy. Cobbler is going to be raised by baking powder. Here it is, our baking powder. The baking powder reacts with our milk, here it is, and gives off carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is created through the chemical interaction with the acid in the milk and the baking powder. It gives off bubbles of carbon dioxide, and that's what leavens our cobbler. Very similar to a bread, whereas the leavening agent in bread would be a yeast, but it's still the carbon dioxide. Lastly about cobbler, normally in a baked product you use equal ratio of wet ingredients and dry ingredients. For instance, 3/4 cup of flour and 3/4 cup of milk. In this case, we're going to use more than that. We're going to use 2 parts wet, 1 part dry. And the wet ingredients today are going to be milk and sugar. Now you may ask, is sugar really wet? Well, when sugar melts, it becomes a liquid. So chefs consider sugar a wet ingredient. We'll combine our milk and our sugar with 1 part, that's 2 parts, a total of 3 parts, 1 part sugar, 1 part milk, and then 1 part flour. So this will be a much wetter, dough than say a bread, which would come off your hands if you needed it. Whereas in this it would stick. We want a nice juicy dough. So there's a little of the science behind peach cobbler.